Ciao guys, I'm Food here, so I'm finally back from PAX EAST. In this video I'm gonna check out how was the VR situation in one of the biggest video game conference on the East Coast. But first, thank you so much for watching. If you're new from the channel, feel free to check out all the other videos in the channel. If you like what you see and want to keep being updated about VR and tech in general, just click or tap the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. But let's go back in topic and let's see together how was the PAX EAST floor with the unusual VR perspective. So getting on the floor, the first thing you notice is how Xbox and PlayStation, they're really pushing to be present in this conference. The Xbox booth was very huge, but I had to skip it. Even if there was on show State of Decay 2, that was one of my favorite games, the first game, because I had to seek for VR. So of course, that was my mission. So I ended up going on PlayStation to the competition to see if I was able to try some new upcoming game for PSVR. Unfortunately, over there everything was booked and everything was on appointment, and of course I didn't have any appointment, but was lucky enough to end up on PSVR Frank. He gave me a sticker, super nice. Then we talked about everything there. For sure check out his channel for the coverage he's doing about PAX EAST on the PSVR perspective. That's super cool. And keep going to the floor, we ended up in the Oros booth. Those are PC makers that make, of course, VR capable PC, so that's what they was showing up. And the experience was Project Cars 2 with a very nice racing sim. We got in line, of course, enters the travel lab, and I ended up being the first of the day, and that was pretty cool. This is my lab, but in meanwhile, let's talk about how was the immersion. And I have to say that when you are in the right station for this kind of racing sim, that's really amazing. Everything was perfect. The only thing, you didn't really have a feedback when you go up and down, but there are some simulators, maybe more expensive, that they do so. But overall, like, the feedback, you really feel like in a car, even more than like in the PlayStation that they usually do with 3-screen. Having the Oculus and can look around and stuff was just perfect. It was super focused because I wanted to do a good lap, and I ended up like having it, so super proud of it. But let's keep going, and after that we end up on Pixel Ripper. Very nice card. I will put a picture because probably it's out of focus. And what they were doing, it was super fun. The idea is just genius. They were showing it in an amazing booth, all prepared very 80s or 90s style, and it's a seated experience, so use your touch controller to use your Game Boy, kind of Game Boy during the play. And in this game you can keep going inside the game, outside the game. You have to level up, dropping pixels, so your character become from just a square, it become like a real character. Then you get in 3D parts where you have interaction with the game itself and from outside, like you're in the school and you can like see during the lesson while you're playing with the Game Boy, so you have to distract the teacher while you're trying to keep going with the game, so you're doing two things at once. It's super nice and immersive, even if the idea is super easy. It really works, and it's from Ana Game Dev. I think there's their first VR games, and I wish them very success. It's gonna be out soon on Oculus, Vive and PSVR, so really check it out. An amazing game to show to people just what's the power of VR. But let's keep going, and after Pixel Ripper we ended up on another booth where they were showing another game. Actually not really a game, it wasn't even considered early access, it was really a tech demo, and there was Cynosure from Exogen. That's a team from New York and they're actually working on another game. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. It's a 2D game, very, very fun. We had a ton of fun playing it. But they had this tech demo on a VR game that they're like showing and trying to start and to see how it was going. It's just a side-scroller shooter, but I have to say that the immersion was really, really nice. Even the controller was clunky, it was just a tech demo, so nothing really a game yet. Of course, in the screen you will see just the 2D, but inside the headset, everything was rendering 3D, and the immersion of the city was just very well on spot. You can go in the sewer and stuff. A really different demo. It's like a platform shooter, very, very nice indeed. For sure, I'm gonna keep an eye on it, and let's hope that they're gonna keep developing that game and keep going in that direction too, because we need more different games in VR for sure. And keep going in the more calm area of the pavilion. We ended up where there were going a lot of tourney about different games for Oculus Rift. Oculus was very, very prominent in everywhere. Like there was many Oculus for different demos. And there was a Robo Recall tourney that was like doing a Space Pirate Trainer and Star Trek 2. We didn't get in the line for that because they were all booked out, and I will rather give my spot to somebody else for sure to try VR for the first time, because I have all those games. So I really want people to get like involved in it. Anyway, they have more PlayStation and people were just getting in and trying to beat the score. Super nice to see like that you can do that even if you don't have like PUBG. A lot of different PlayStation everywhere. Look how many Lenovo Legion were there to play. Of course, Lenovo was the sponsor for PUBG, and it was just astonishing how many different PlayStation of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of PC connected to play PUBG at the same time. Really amazing. On the other side, on the second floor, there were also another booth from Oculus where they were showing with different PlayStation, I believe it were around 12 in depth. That is an amazing bow and arrow shooter inspired by the Dark Souls saga. Auto-construct, so every level will feel and be different every time. It's a very nice game. Vive did an amazing video about it a while ago, so if you want to check out the game, I'm gonna leave the link in the card and the description below for sure, so feel free to check it out. And then we ended up going to the Facebook gaming booth that I was sure that wasn't being the like most important part of PAX EAST for a VR perspective, because I wanted to check out the Oculus Go that we seen at GDC, but it wasn't there. For some reason they didn't bring to PAX EAST the Oculus Go. I think it would be a super showcase because it's like the perfect headset to like bring new people in VR, low cost, with good experiences, good materials, good screen overall and everything, but it wasn't there for some reason. They were just around some booth with on the back of the booth where they were showing brass tactics and with two Oculus Rift PlayStation, and the line was pretty long though, but I'm glad that at least they put there. All the Facebook gaming booth was just more focusing more on gaming, like streaming, than really on their own HMD technology of the Oculus Rift for some reason. Luckily then we had a surprise and we were able to join the Oculus Game Days. More about that in the next video, because I want to focus more on the new games that are presenting right now for the near future. They were very exciting game, amazing games. But going to the conclusion, I have to say that the whole experience was really not VR related as I was expecting, but I kind of was expecting a little more, to be honest. VR is still considered unfortunately a niche, but we are going in the right direction for sure, with more and more little demos around, and people were super excited to try VR, and the line were pretty long, so I'm pretty glad that we are starting to go in that direction, because we need more VR for sure, and probably we need like a big conference for just VR in the near future from everything about VR. The VR experience were very scattered around, was very easy to just get lost around the floor because there were a lot of people and there was no maps available, so like everything was really hard and getting lost was the easiest thing ever. And luckily the PC makers were like showing VR capable PCs, so there were some VR demos with HTC Vive about the Oasis, with the new experience from Vive port that is free, so I totally suggest to download it. There's like Gunters, there's an amazing game, very similar to In Depth, and it's totally free. You can also play with mixed reality, I think with Oculus too. Luckily then Oculus saved the day with the game day, and gonna cover in the next video as I said. But for now, that's all. If you liked the video, like. If you didn't like the video, dislike. Let me know in the comment below what you think about it, and subscribe to the channel for the next video about the Oculus new games coming and about VR and tech in general. I leave you with a little peek of the last concert with Final Fantasy 15 that was just amazing, and I see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao!